Hey everybody, this is Sir Charles Cary, national trainer, speaker, author, and once again, it's always great to be on any platform when you're inspiring, uplifting, and enhancing the opportunity for someone else to become better, such as yourselves, such as I have had the opportunity in my life as well. I had the fortunate opportunity to present to you some gentlemen that I've worked with personally on different platforms, and some are here. In fact, Ryan, I see you trying to come on in. Come on back in. We'll get you in the seat. And we just want to talk to you about something that we know is very important because it's the beginning of the year. And that's solutions or resolutions. Now, I don't know if you're a solution-oriented person, which you should be, I think, or if you rely on resolutions. But we're going to discuss that today on this BLAB, how to make it happen. Simply put, gentlemen, I have in the upper right-hand corner, Barrett Matthews. He is an entrepreneur extraordinaire. He travels the country and he does a lot of things. When I say a lot of things, he'll tell you a little bit more about it when that time comes. And on my lower left, Pastor Mel Keys, who also is an entrepreneur, uplifting and God's people. Simply put, uplifting God's people, and he's also in the mix, making things happen as he works with and weaves in and out of technology and all the different nuances that are available. And then on my lower right, another good speaker friend of mine that, again, I've seen him at different locations, different events. He's a speaker, he's a publisher, he's an author, he's done so many different things, and he too will share some insight with you about what he does and what his position is on. Is he a solution-oriented person, or does he rely on resolutions? And that's Mr. Ryan Green. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into it, folks. Guys, how y'all doing today?
Excellent.
Good to see you. Good. You know, one of the best things I like about this group of men right here is that we all travel all over the country. You know, you heard me say I was a national trainer, speaker, and author, but I am not necessarily the only one. I've been on different platforms around the country, and sometimes right here in the DMV, in the DC metropolitan area, and I have run into one or some of these gentlemen because of different events, and we're out here trying to make it happen. So that's why we're bringing this BLAB to you. So guys, let me just ask you this, just to start it off. You know, it's the beginning of the new year, and a lot of people, you know, they make New Year's resolutions, whether it's weight loss, saving money, this is going to be my big year, whatever the case may be. What's your position? Are you a New Year's resolution type person, or what's your take on it?
Well, at least for me, I can always say I'm a solutions person. I've never been a resolutions person because I just figure if you're going to do it, you do it now. And it doesn't matter what time of year it is. I mean, if I want to do something to change my life today, I need to change it today. I can't wait until 2017 starts. I got to get going on it right now and make it happen.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, absolutely. I'll agree. And it's the same thing. You know, when you're in business and when you're out building something, you're not constrained to the time of the year. You know, it's exciting when the new year starts. You know, you kind of refocus a little bit, but you're not starting over. So it's always, you know, solution oriented no matter when. You know, you don't have to wait till January. Hopefully all year you've been trying to get the solutions in place. So I definitely agree with Barrett there.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with both my brothers and yourself, Sir Charles. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, I was big time with the rest of the world, following the crowd, waiting for midnight. And as soon as midnight hit, the magic was supposed to happen. But as you both all would agree, it never really happened. So I had to come out of that philosophy, out of that way of thinking. And as soon as I got to the spot where I was able to see that every month, really, you can hit reset. You don't have to wait for a year. You can hit it weekly if you choose to. Right. 24 hours, whatever it is that you need to do, how you need to do it. The bottom line is get it done and be smarter tomorrow than you were yesterday. So that's what I'm trying to follow.
Pastor Mel, sometimes I think you may have it a little more tougher, or maybe a little more difficult or more challenging for you than for the rest of us, because you have a congregation in addition to your external entrepreneurial endeavors.
Right.
So, I mean, we already know that the world, as we say, is either confused, doesn't really have a specific sense of direction in many cases, but you also have a congregation that you're leading in one particular way, and some of them are traditional in their thinking.
Right. No doubt.
And I've been doing this because my mama did it, and my mama before her did it too. So, I mean, what would you say to a person with that mindset, Pastor Mel?
Well, Sir Charles, you were at our Wednesday night Bible study as we were in the same conversation talking about, it's nothing against traditions. There are some traditions that work quite well for us. But the question for us at some point has to become not how do we need to follow the tradition, but is that tradition working for us? And let's just be honest, we have some things, whether it's in the church or outside the church, it's not even a scriptural mandate. It's not even biblical. We're just doing it because somebody passed it on to us. And we need to begin to scrutinize. We need to begin to evaluate, discern whatever we can to say, is this something from God, or is this just great grandma stuff that we're following along with? And it's not working. Is it effective? So that's where I'm at on this thing.
What about you, Ryan? I mean, like, I know you're a publisher. Not only do you have written your own books, I believe you publish other people as well, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
What's the mindset of that type of entrepreneur? The person says, you know what? I want to write a book. Next year, I'm going to write a book. Hey, make sure I contact you. You call me. You know, how do you look at it?
Well, I'll tell you what, I've learned from experience that the one thing I never do is call someone who tells me they have a book because most time, 9 times out of 10, they're not ready. I always wait people to call me. If you think about any traditional publisher, they're not chasing authors who tell them they have a book. When you're ready, you go look for the opportunity. With that, and that's kind of how I'm kind of if you tell me you want to do something, you tell me you're going to do something, you're serious about it, then I like to let the actions prove it. I'm the kind of entrepreneur and leader where if you're going to put your name on it, you're going to put it out your mouth, then I expect you to follow up on it. I'm a busy man. I have goals and dreams that I'm striving for, just like everyone else. So I've learned from experience that you don't take people necessarily in their word, you take them on their actions.
Yeah.
So I should write that down. I just made that one up, right?
You better do it before we take it.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tweet it out now. But,
And welcome to the call, Ira.
From experiences, that's just the best way I found to do it. Is just make sure that, I let people prove their worth, so to speak, by the actions that they take.
Okay. Now, Matthew, you what's that book? Why Didn't You Get It Done?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Yeah. So I know you know what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One of the things that I encourage everybody, if you're going to do something, do it. The one word that I abhor is the word try. I tell people, don't tell me try. Either you're going to do it or you're not going to.
Right.
One of the things that I always talk to people about, I say, when people say, I'm going to try to do something, I say, well, let me ask you a question. If you were broken down, just like you were in the snow last night. Right. Let's say you broken down, you need somebody to help.
Right.
If you call me up and I say, well, Charles, I'm going to try to get there. Are you going to wait for me?
No, sir. No, sir.
No. Now, if I told you I'll be there, you feel more confident I'm going to be there. But when I tell people that when you say the word try, I don't have any confidence in it.
Right.
I need to know that you're going to do it. I need the affirmative that you're going to do it, that you're going to make a change in your life, that you're going to help me, whatever you're going to do, that you're going to get it done. And that's what, like I said, that's part of my book. Why did you get it done? That's what I'm just focused on people having a solution, because I coach people on productivity. And it's just like the pastor said, my whole thing is that if you do better than you did yesterday, if you do better than you did last week, last month, whatever, that's productivity.
That's
right.
But if you stay the same, you are not being productive.
Stagnation.
If you go backwards, you're definitely not being productive.
Yes,
but the thing is, I look for people to move forward to see what they're going to do. But it's like Ryan said, your actions got to speak louder than your words.
Now, one of the reasons why I wanted gentlemen like yourselves, business owners like yourself, yourselves and Ira, who's in the chat box, and Jerome Scott, as well as Matt Horn, who he may not be here, I know, and Sean Dureau, is because I think, in my opinion, we're the type of people that are doing the things that many people would like to do. We've actually done it. We continue to do it. And who would you rather hear the information on how to make it happen from? Would you rather hear it from someone that just is very smart, someone that has good opinions, or someone that has actually done it? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The four of us, the five of us, I should say, we've all written books, audio programs. We go to conferences, we get on BLABs, we do webinars, and we are actually in the mix. And it's not so much about bragging on us, but it's to press upon the point of, when it comes to solutions and resolutions, it's obviously very unanimous. You know, we're more solution oriented. And I know, like Pastor Mel said, you know, there is a place for tradition, but at the same time, the world is evolving. Right. Technology is evolving. And many of those old thought processes and mindsets, I think we have to learn to shift. Now, not us per se, but as we coach people, as we present from the platform, we may have to or consider including in our talks the importance of changing your thinking. And pretty much, I'm sure we'll do that in our own respective fields or industry. But I think it's so important because, you know, people get stuck and they don't know how to get unstuck because they're so comfortable. So what I like to do now is let's just go around the square, and I'd like to hear what's your area of focus or your area of expertise, and tell us a little bit about what it is that you do. Barrett, you want to start off?
Sure. My name is Barrett Matthews. I work I have a company I started called E2E Systems, which stands for Employee to Entrepreneur. What I work with people who want to go into business and to have a productive and profitable business. I'm a productivity coach. One of the things that I work with are people who may be, as so Charles just said, who may be stuck, who may not know which direction to go in, or who may need help and even find out if they should be in business. So what I do is I work with that and show them how to be more productive and how to be more profitable with things. I've written 2 books. You just saw I wrote the book, Why Didn't You Get It Done? I also just came out with my newest book, 50 Shades of Wealth, The Allure of Success, where we have a lot of great leaders who are in this book, one of which who did the foreword is Dr. George C. Fraser. He's in the book. We have Dr. Willie Jolly in the book as well, Reuben West, some of the great leaders that we all pay attention to, that we follow and have shared platforms with as well. And what I just want to do is I just want to see everybody win as entrepreneurs and just help make this world a better place, because I think we all have the potential to do so, but we all just have to focus on getting things done and not talking about it. We talk too much and not enough actions taking place.
That's good.
Ryan, feel free. And before you go, Ryan, hey guys, we see Terrence Leffridge, who's also a coach, and again, Ira Funderburg, who is a speaker, presenter, and he does a lot of other things as well. Hey guys, we want to ask you to help us out with this blab by throwing some questions at us to make or to add more value. We would really appreciate that between Coach Terrence and Ira. If you could just do /Q, and then you can write your question or your statement if you like. And I see Jerome Scott. Welcome to Blab, Jerome. Write some questions so we can interact, and maybe we might get some people to pop out so that one of the other guys can pop in. I know Jerome is supposed to pop back in. He just popped out, but I'd like to get Ira in here so we can see Ira, and also we can kind of switch back and forth. All right, Ryan, you were going to say?
Yeah, I'll jump in, and I had no problem giving up some camera time to someone else after I go ahead and do my little piece. My background and what I do, my purpose is I help people really go after their passions and not just in the, go do what you like to do, but really give people permission and give them the mindset and the way of thought to really find a way to go after what is their purpose to do. I feel like so many people are stuck hating life and they're not happy what they're doing, but they have no idea how to go about changing that. They're stuck, whether it be financially or career-wise, because they're afraid to do anything else. So what I do is I give them tools. I'm working on my 6th book right now called Becoming a Passionpreneur. Like I said, I published my most recent book so I can get it right here on the camera. There we go. Create a Better You. This talks about 12 essential elements to creating a better life. So I talk about how to overcome obstacles and how to have a better comeback in your life. So sometimes you fall in and you need to get back, and you're looking around and you realize, how did I get here? You ask yourself, rather, how did I get here? In that book, I talk about my own story and other stories on how to really overcome those obstacles and really get back to what it is your purpose to do. So that's what I do. And also I publish other authors. So I try to empower others who are looking to get their stories out, share them with the world, and become published authors through my company, Greenhouse Media. So we do have a 100 author challenge right now. We're looking to sign 100 new authors over the next 3 years. So those who have stories that want to share, I'm in the business of empowering them and giving them their voice and giving them their platform. Go ahead and get the word out.
No, that's fantastic. Would you put your information in the chat? I see Coach Terrence is on, and I know Coach Terrence is involved with another organization, another group of entrepreneurs, and they are going to, or looking at doing a book. I don't know if they already have their publisher lined up, but Coach Terrence, if you like to get or take the opportunity to invite these men to collaborate on the book project you're thinking about, or if you're interested in a publisher, we've got a publisher right here in Ryan Green, so you guys can connect and talk, because I do plan on sharing my information with you, Terrence. I know that next week you and I will be doing a hangout, and I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully you guys can join us as well. So this is a multifaceted opportunity for Terrence to reach out to Ryan, and for Terrence also to offer the opportunity for this collaborative book idea. Pastor Mel, you're up, sir.
I'm going to go ahead and take off the camera so anyone else wants to jump in, Charles.
Okay, but don't leave, Ryan, because we may want you to come back. Yes.
I'll be here. I'm not leaving.
Okay. Hey, Ira, can you jump into the square after? Can you jump in? I'd like to get you to come on in. Meanwhile, Pastor Mel, you're going to let us know what you do.
Well, Sir Charles, of course, I'm in ministry as a pastor. This is my 10th year, man, but I consider myself just a regular, ordinary fella. But I'm serving an extraordinary God that can do all things. He can take ordinary, average people and do magnificent, do the marvelous, make miracles happen. And I like to root and toot for the underdog, the guy that thought that he never would have amounted to anything, the guy who's had obstacles, or the lady who's had some issues to face. And I like to use what it is that God has given me by way of experience, by way of education and empowerment to help them to get to who they are and become. What's up, Ira?
Hey, man, what's happening?
You got it, man. And that's who I am. And ministry is my calling, but it's also a platform to the gospel, to let people know the saving grace of Jesus Christ. I'm not ashamed of that gospel. I take it with me no matter where I'm at. But that's the platform. But on top of that platform, entrepreneurship and leadership are very real components of who I am. It's not just what I do, it's a part of me, just like ministry is. And it was a while before I came into the space of seeing how they fit together. And God had to put me down for a few days of solitude. And out of that experience, I discovered, or I would just say, he just gave it to me in my name, ministry, entrepreneurship, and leadership. And I began to roll from that was almost 10 years ago now. It's all beginning to make sense. I'm working on my third book. My first was Hell to the No, How to Get from the Hell You've Been Living In to the Life You Were Meant to Live. My second was 7 Keys for the Best of Your Life. I tell people that the first book, my mom, she's with the Lord now since 2 Decembers ago. My first book, Hell to the No, she was my editor and all of that, but she wasn't here to see my second book. She was my encourager. She was one of my #1 role models. She taught me how to read and really encouraged me to make reading something that was not just a hobby. I just love to do it. And I learned from the greats. I'm a student always. And I just like to share what I learned with others, whether it's in ministry, entrepreneurship, and leadership. That's what I do.
Fantastic. Hey, listen, Mel, can you refresh? And I'll put you back in because we're getting an echo. And I think if you refresh, you can kill that echo.
Is that for who?
For you. If you refresh your browser, I think that'll kill the echo. And then I would also like to see a copy of your book, both of your books. Okay, here he comes back. Great, fantastic. And Ira, good to see
Charles,
you.
am I echoing?
Hey, Sir Charles. Yeah, I'm on my phone, so yeah, it's a little bit more difficult than being on a PC. Yeah, and my volume isn't. Can you hear me? Okay.
Clean, crisp.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
Too, man.
had a little trouble. Yeah, of course I don't hear that well anyway. But being an old dog, but some of the stuff that I've been studying recently is about patterns. Most of our life is about patterns. Everything we do has a pattern. Habits, some people call them, but it's more than habits. When we get up in the morning, we do things the same way over and over and over, especially when the years go by. And we fall into the same patterns of doing things the same way over and over and over. Mm-hmm. And we try something new, and we look for new ways to do things, and we want more successes, but we never change our patterns.
Right.
We keep doing the same types of things that we've been doing, but we haven't changed how we go about getting there. And it's really difficult to do that. One of the things we have to do is learn how to really look at the patterns that we've been using all of our lives. And how do we go about changing those patterns? Like I said, it's difficult. We really need outside input on how to do that. I'm going through a lot of that myself right now. I'm making some major changes in 2016, and it's really hard mentally to get your mind wrapped around how do you make those type of changes I'm 64 years old, and the things I've been doing for so many years, worked at the same type of job for 30 years.
Right.
And I'm making lots of changes in how I'm going about doing things and getting more and more by trying to figure out how I change those old patterns into new patterns that are going to lead me into the successes that I'm looking for today.
Ira, I think that one of the things that will help you, just like it helps all of us, is the camaraderie. When we fellowship with one another and we begin to stay locked in with like minds, it seems a lot more realistic, a lot more possible, and we are more encouraged. That's my experience. Anyone else have that similar experience?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, definitely. There's always, there's power in numbers, but there's even more power when you have like.
Yeah.
There's an
I have
expression
to agree with that, Charles. That makes plenty of sense. Yeah, if you don't have a support system in place, to help change those patterns, whether it's your church, or it's your prayer groups, or just good friends that that are on the same wavelength.
Right.
Yeah, really much more difficult.
So, Ira, I want to ask you, are you a solution-oriented person, or are you a New Year's resolution type guy?
Say that again, Charles. I need my earphones on, but because my speaker isn't very loud on this phone, I'm going to get real close here.
Are you a solution-oriented person, or are you one of those New Year's resolution type people?
Oh, no, I'm a solution type of guy.
And do you have a copy of your book available on your audio program?
Say that again?
Do you have a copy of your audio program available?
Not handy. No, I don't.
Okay. Pastor Mel, do you have a copy of the books that you mentioned?
One of them I do. The other is an ebook.
Okay.
This is the first book, Hell to the No.
Okay.
KNOW. It's a book about vision. Living that vision that God put us here on the planet to live, whatever that vision may be.
Okay. Fantastic. Now, Barry, did you speak to this point? Yeah, did you get a chance to speak to this point?
Did I?
Okay.
Yeah.
I see we got Jerome. He's joined, and we also have, who else do we have? George Lewis. Welcome to the BLAB, George. If you have any questions, George, you may know. I don't know if you do know, but /Q and ask your questions. We'd love to entertain whatever questions you may have. Yeah, absolutely. Now, I have the opportunity. I work with some of the same people that Barrett has worked with. Most recently, Ryan, and I think we work with some of the same people. And for those of you that are watching this in real time, or those that will see the replay, be encouraged to know that yes, like minds attract, or likeness attracts likeness, and like minds work well together. But between the whole group of us here, we have worked with the likes of, and you can look it up on the internet, Dr. Willie Jolly, Delatoro McNeil, Jay Brown, Trevor Ott, and Les Brown, and many, many other well-known speakers, trainers, coaches, and authors in those respective industries. And the reason why we're doing the things that we do is because we believe in what we do. We believe in our industry. We believe in the power and the opportunity of empowering, inspiring, and encouraging other people. Me, myself, I've gone through several stages of branding. I started off, as many speakers do, as a quote-unquote the generic motivational speaker. And then I was rebranded as an alternative recourse expert, only to find out no one looks for an alternative recourse expert, and it's not in the search engine. So I rebranded again, and basically now my area of focus is transformational leadership or change management. And we started off with a brand new website. Everything is brand new. We've got a brand new membership portal for those who like to learn some of the basics of personal development, but either they don't have the time to work with a coach, or they may not have the budget. So there are several options in what we're doing with Sir Charles Cary Inc. And I mean, I just love what I do. As you see, I was in the hospital all day today. And where am I now? I am on a BLAB. I'm on this BLAB because this is part of my commitment, not only to myself, but to those that have like minds, and for those that may have a need for the information that we share. So let's see, Jerome. I love to get Jerome to get a chance to get on here.
You want me to step out?
Okay, but don't leave, Mel. I want you to pop back in.
All right.
See if we can get Jerome to pop in and share some of his wisdom. Yeah. So, Iris, this your first BLAB?
It is my first BLAB. The Paris at a time, what it's involved with it. You know me, Charles. I'm kind of into that techie stuff, but the new stuff just pops up so fast, that I haven't been on BLAB at all. But I'm really having a good time. This is really cool.
Do you have a desktop or a laptop?
I do have a laptop, and it was out in my van, and I actually was busy, and I forgot that the BLAB was coming, and I saw one of the messenger messages, and I said, "Oh, let me try my phone, see if that'll work." Yeah. So, but next time I'll have it on my laptop. Next time we do this again.
I think you'll enjoy the experience a lot more. So, Jerome, see you're joining us. Good to see you, man. How you doing?
Yes, sir. Glad to be here, man. Glad to see everyone on this BLAB tonight. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm encouraged by you, Sir Charles, man. You don't been through a lot, and you still putting this thing on, man.
Yeah, I'm old school. I'm like old dog, new tricks. I'm like Timex. I take a licking and keep on ticking.
That's awesome, man.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Jerome.
Well, again, my name is Jerome Scott. I'm into the motivational speaking arena as well, and it's a journey, man. It's a journey. Going into this industry, I've learned a lot since delving into it. Been through a lot of training and discovering myself along the way, and I'm just learning that success in anything is not it's not really a destination. It's really a journey, and I'm learning to enjoy and willing to go on this journey to discover what lies ahead. So I'm enjoying the journey. I'm learning to enjoy the journey and not so much not just focusing on I just want to get to the end. It's about enjoying the journey and discovering who you are along the way.
George Lewis is give me 1 second. George Lewis is suggesting that someone turn off their speakers and use headphones if they need to. But I'm trying to see. I think the echo is coming. It's coming from me now. Can anyone else hear the echo?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to refresh, jump back in, and hopefully that'll eliminate the echo because I don't have my headphones handy, and I just want to keep it flowing. So, Jerome, I apologize. Keep flowing. I'm going to jump right back in here.
So, Charles, also, go ahead and take me off the square. I'll go get my headphones, and that because on the phone it's probably backfeeding pretty fast.
Actually, I don't hear echo from you.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
No. He's fine.
Cool.
I'm going to refresh, but go ahead, Jerome. Sorry.
Okay. Yes, I kind of just jumped. I jumped on here. I wasn't. I know the topic of the discussion tonight is about or solution oriented. Is that correct?
Yes. Are you a solution oriented person, or are you one of those New Year's resolutions? Every time the New Year comes around, now I'm going to start it this time. What do you buy into?
I do a little bit of both. But I think by nature I am a solution oriented. I do, of course, of all this. We see a lot of problems that can be solved, and especially when I'm a part of a situation. I'm always thinking about how can we get over this? What hurdle do we need? What challenge do we have before us, and how can we get over these hurdles, and how can we get over these challenges that we're facing? I'm never the one to. I know every now and then we all can, I realize it doesn't do any good to complain about things,
right?
But come up with solutions, and even if that solution seems out of touch or out of reach, start brainstorming. Sometimes the solution may not come by yourself. Sometimes it may come through a collaboration effort, with other, like-minded people who are willing to, find a way to get to or get over that hurdle or get through that situation or problem. So I think by nature I'm a solution oriented. I'm one of five siblings, and my brother and sisters. Sometimes when there's things going on in the family, they tend to call me and kind of ask for my advice or what are my thoughts or what do you think we should do? So I kind of feel like I'm a solution oriented. I never like to just look at the problem and complain about it and just talk about reasons why it's so bad or
right.
Whatever the reason. I'm always thinking about what can be done. Something can be done because it's going to do us no good to complain about it, to talk about it. And in regards to resolutions, I do like to. I guess I don't really call them resolutions for myself. I really just kind of stick to the basics of, I have a vision for myself for this year, and what am I going to do to move the needle closer towards that vision that I have for this year, and constantly doing something to keep that vision clear, in sight. And then there are challenges. I'm not saying it's always easy. It's always easy moving towards your vision because we all experience challenges. We all experience failure towards that. But one of the books I've been reading, I guess kind of picking up and off and on, is books about John Maxwell called Intentional Living. And I've really been enjoying this read because it's really, showing me how to be and think about being intentional about my actions and not just allowing life to just happen.
Sure.
But making strategic, moves and taking action on those things that you want to be intentional about. So I guess I kind of a little bit of both, but I think by nature I'm a solution oriented, but I do like to put forth resolutions and vision before myself to have something to move towards.
Okay. So hey Regina, welcome to the BLAB. Galen, good to see you, man. I enjoyed being on the BLAB with you the other day. We do have a seat open if someone would like to come on in. Feel free to.
Charles, do you need me to give up a seat? You need me to give up my seat?
And not so far. We have an empty seat. Galen, would you like to join the seat, or Regina, would you like to take a seat? It's available. Whoever would like to, and we'll keep going on. I wanted to ask. Okay, Galen's going to come on in. I want to ask Barrett. Hey, Galen, good to see you again, man. All right, Barrett. I want to go around and tell us what do you have coming up for this year.
Oh wow, a whole lot coming up. As you know, I do a weekly radio show with my partner, Kelly Perry, called Revenue Radio. That's on Fridays at noon Eastern. I do a weekly conference call called A Call to Action on Wednesdays at noon. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll get all the information on these things. We do Kelly and I do a conference each quarter, usually called Awaken the Force. We played off the Star Wars thing, but we say, hey, let Star Wars do the marketing for it. And what we do is we meet with entrepreneurs to give them more of a hands-on approach to being more productive and to show them exactly what they need to do to get things started. And I do an event called Passion to Profits, where I work with people, showing them how to turn their ideas into revenue. I just did one last weekend. I'll be doing one in another few months or so. And of course, I'm sure we'll both be at the Power Networking Conference coming up in May with George Fraser. I'm going to be one of the trainers there, and I'm also going to be a digital facilitator as well with the Power Networking Conference. Got a lot more stuff going on, but I could take up the whole call on that one. So that's what I have going on.
Fantastic. Okay, Scott, you got anything going, Jerome?
Yeah, well, right now my main focus is we had talked about this last time. We were talking when we hadn't met just a couple of weeks, actually right before the New Year. I'm working on right now getting that book done, man. It's been
good.
One of those things that's it doesn't go away. Still working on that. It's coming real soon. So that's working on getting that book out real soon. And also just really working on networking and getting out there. I think one of the things that I think is necessary with any entrepreneur is really just getting together, kind of like things like this, man. Just getting together with like-minded people and just kind of just seeing what they have going on and kind of learn from one another, and just getting out of going to conferences. And just getting out there, because there's something about getting in an environment around people who are like-minded, who have vision, other entrepreneurs who are pursuing things, because it rubs off on you. And
fantastic, man. That's great. I saw something from your wife, some product. I know she has an audio and something else, right?
Yeah, she just released the audio the end of last year in December.
Okay.
Duty Calls. She went through our mentor, Delator McNeil. She went through a program with him, and she produced the audio coaching CD, and it's amazing, really, really good CD.
Great.
For information about it, can reach out to me on Facebook. If you're not connected with my wife Sandra on Facebook, I can definitely get you information for that.
Sure. Galen, good to see you, man. How you doing?
Doing great, man. How are you?
Man, it's fantastic, man. Not bad for a dude with I got one wheel broken, man, but it's all good.
Hey, you got one wheel working though, right?
That's right. That's why I'm still here. Exactly.
All right.
Now tell us a little bit what you do, Galen.
Yeah, well, I do a number of things, but my passion is around leadership development. So I do executive coaching, really focused on leaders, mid-level leaders that are transitioning either to a higher level of leadership or they're transitioning to a different career path, and they still want to be in leadership. So that transitional mid-level leader is really kind of my sweet spot. So I do executive coaching. I do public speaking. I just published 2 books. I set out to write one book. And when I finally got my release date for the one book, I called my mentor and I said, hey, man, it's coming. It's going to be on this date. And he didn't even say congratulations. He said, okay, you need a companion book. So you need to get started working on that.
Wow.
So I released the primary book and the companion book, both at the end of last year. And that's part of my whole strategy of just kind of sharing this concept of leadership residue and accelerating the public speaking. As far as what I'm going to do this year, this year is going to be crazy because in September of this year, there's going to be a local TED Talk. And I plan on being part of that local TED Talk, which means I've got to have my my own spiel together. And so that's what I'm working on to get ready for that.
Now, where are you coming out of? What city or state?
I'm in St. Louis, Missouri, so right in the center of the country.
That's fantastic, man. I'd like to do some stuff with you at some point if possible. That was great. I think we're in a similar arena as far as topic and area of focus. But that's great stuff. Now, I know you're a solution-oriented person, so I won't even throw that at you, but this is great, man. It really is. It really is.
Yeah, I tell you, one of the things I was going to type in the side, basically your topic around solution or resolution. When I was listening to Jerome, I was identifying with so much of what he was saying. My thing is, I hate solving the same problem twice.
Right.
Because every day brings a whole new set of problems. When we have a problem, let's fix it. Fix it right. Fix it once, so we can move on and get ready for tomorrow's problem. So
there you go.
I definitely see myself on the solution side.
Well, that's fantastic. Now, we talked about making it happen. Now, I know everyone has one of the better things about this group as well is that everyone is a speaker or an author or a trainer or a coach, but we have different areas of focus. So, I know you're into leadership, which is fantastic. Barrett, you've got the radio program going and you're helping entrepreneurs, get into the business of being an entrepreneur. And I have transformational leadership. Pastor Mel, he's got ministry and a few other things working. And what do you think is the best approach? I mean, due to the fact that the economy or the country is in the status it is, what is the best approach to heal the ills that we're faced with? A lot of people just seem to be destitute, but here we are, a bunch of entrepreneurs. We have our own respective industries we're in and our own skills and credentials. How can we solve some of those problems?
One person at a time. That's the only way to go about it. I got frustrated a while ago. I read a book called the Jewish Phenomenon, and it talks about how the Jewish people have formed their own communities, have built each other up, and have grown to power, so to speak, and not only in this country but in the world. And I was talking to one of my coaches and mentors, Mr. Myron Golden, about that, and I said, we need to do that in our communities. And the first thing he said to me is that we can only do it one family at a time. You can't expect to put a blanket over everything and make everything change. We can only do it one family, and it's frustrating because you want to help everybody, but you can't do it like that. It has to work one family at a time. And just like Moses getting the people across the Red Sea, some of them didn't go. And some of them are just going to stay behind. And you just have to accept the fact that everybody is not going to be willing to change. And you can work with the ones who are ready to go and just work with them.
I'm a big movie buff, and I saw, what's this thing, Gotham? It's on Netflix. And Jada Pinkett said to the group of people in one episode, she's stuck in this dungeon. She said, look, she got to the big boss. She took him out. She said to the group, we're going to get out of here, but there's going to be some sacrifice. Some of us are going to make it, and some of us aren't. And true to life, that's exactly how she manipulated. Now, I know it's a fictional story, but that's really how life works. If we don't have people that aspire to be like us or have an interest in what we do, we won't make money and we will have no business. And at the same time, it's impressed upon us to reach those people, to add value, to create change, to create a difference. What say you, Galen?
Yeah, I say you're absolutely true, absolutely right, and that's hard because you don't want to leave anybody behind.
Right.
You don't want to leave folks behind, and the problem that I run into, and I see a lot of people running into the same problem, is that when it's something that works, when you know something works, you have a lot of enthusiasm about it. Right. That enthusiasm can be overpowering, but it's just something that's bottled up inside of me that I can't. If you just do these three things, you're gonna be great. Got a great example. Short story. My daughter is playing. My 13-year-old daughter is playing basketball. Her sport is soccer. That's her sport, and she's tolerating basketball because Dad played basketball. All right. And so I'm watching her team out there play, and they're getting beat, 65-9,
Okay.
47-2. And I'm like, you just need to do 2 things on offense and 2 things on defense. Come on now. And I think that's what gets in the way of a lot of our coaching. We just really want to help people, and we know the solutions. It's obvious to us, but like Barrett said, if you don't want to go, I can't make you go, and that's just hard.
Yeah. Galen, do you happen to have a copy of your book available?
I do.
Can you let us see what it looks like?
I can. They both look right behind me. Hold on one second.
Oh, okay.
Hold on one second. Let me grab it.
We got the healer coach on board. She is phenomenal. Her show is called Boot to Boom. And if you've never heard of Boot to Boom, I would highly recommend it. It's highly entertaining, highly educational. She usually has a very high caliber guest that drops nuggets upon nuggets. I've been on several of her shows, and if you don't walk away with some kind of knowledge or insight, that's your fault. WHUR, she's there. I'll just give her props. You can put your link in there, or what day your show comes out if you like. I'm sure that these gentlemen will definitely benefit from checking out your show. But yeah, let me see your books, Galen.
Yeah, so let's see if you can see it here.
Okay.
Yeah, so leadership residue,
Uh-huh.
how to create inspiration that remains, and it's actually, there's 3 parts to it. The first part is really kind of a fiction, business fiction tale, kind of like Who Moved My Cheese.
Okay.
I did it that way because I enjoy reading those kinds of books. But then I share tools as to how you can actually create that kind of inspiration that remains even after you're gone. And then the last part is I've done interviews with 19 executives in a variety of fields that all talk about, regardless of the success that I've had, it's my 2nd grade teacher that taught me this principle, and I think about it every day. And that really should be the measure of every leader, to have that kind of impact on people. So
Okay.
Fantastic. So Jerome, you got to make yours happen, man.
We're pushing for you, Jerome. Absolutely. Hey, give us a date, man. When are you looking at? 2 months, 1 month, 3 months? What are you looking at?
You put me a date on. I like that.
I can help you do it in 30 days, man. Let me know.
What is it?
January 21st. I need to be finished. I want to be finished writing. I think I can be finished writing by the end of February.
Okay.
If I dedicate time every day, I think I can.
Did you say if?
Huh?
You said if?
I said when.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you. I'm with you, man. No doubt.
Yeah,
it's a bad audio connection. That's
why you be around brothers like, yo, man.
Yeah, look, Barrett wrote a book in no time flat, man. So, I'm telling you, man, he knows how to get it done. And, as part of the challenge, Jerome and I were a part of the keynote reality show experience. And part of the challenge was to write a book basically in a certain period of time. And for the most part, that was just part of the criteria. We had to prepare for, being on a reality show. We had to prepare for dealing with people of higher calibers in our respective industries, interviewing skills, negotiate. I mean, it was really a lot going on. And, we're really excited about it because this March of 2016, I believe the debut should be, expressed or shared with the masses. I don't know exactly what platform yet, but more than likely a web series. But we're all excited about it because, we work with one of the top people in the business, and many of us, we brought something to the table. But what we took walking away from the table was nothing to take lightly. Pastor Mel, he's part of the keynote experience. Ira is part of the keynote experience. Regina is part of the keynote experience. It was just a wonderful opportunity for us to do what we do. And, I'm looking forward to it.
Sounds like I should have been part of the keynote experience.
You probably should have been, man. Probably should, honestly. Yeah, it was really great.
Everybody who is somebody.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I wasn't part of the keynote, but I was in Jerome's. I was
yeah, you first the stage, man. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but any closing remarks or anyone? I'll jump off.
No, I'm going to jump out, man. Hey, thank you. To be totally honest, I jumped on because I saw Sir Charles pop up on my screen. So,
my man, right on. Appreciate that, Gary. Appreciate you, man.
All right, now take care.
All right, sir. Ira or Pastor Mel. Pastor Mel, you've been gone for a while. Come on back. I can't see everything. I don't have my glasses on. Yeah, there he is.
How we looking?
Oh, man, we're looking good. We're looking good, sir.
All right, sir.
Yeah, in fact, you know what? Ira, jump in. I'm going to jump out for a minute, Ira, and then I'll jump in when we got a few minutes before.
If you give me 2 minutes, I can jump off.
I mean, I don't want to lose you, man.
Well, I mean, what do I do to get back on if you need me?
Okay.
Okay. All right. I do. All right.
Ira has a crystal connection. I love that phone connection he's got.
Yeah.
What kind of phone you?
Must be an Android.
All right, yeah. Yeah, I haven't done this before on the phone. I wasn't sure if it was going to work. It's an Android. We weren't positive if that would work.
Yes,
but it's working. And since I put my earphones in, my earbuds and my microphone, it's even working better.
Way to go, man. Way to go. Way to go. I
got to tell you, Charles, Jerome, Mel, Garrett, all those guys, this is really a cool platform. Yeah, I really enjoy listening to you guys. All the great tidbits of information that are coming out. This is something that I haven't experienced before on here. Yeah. Don't you love technology? Yeah, it's just so freaking awesome. Yeah, where we can get together, have this kind of conversation about successes and answer questions and help people out all the time. Yeah, and I'm getting a lot out of it. I hope you guys are too, and I hope everybody else is on here as well is getting a lot out of it also. But thanks for having me, Charles.
It's just good to see your face, man.
Yeah, man, absolutely. It's been a while. It's been a little while. Yeah, we got season 1 and season 2 castmates from the best acclaimed, much anticipated reality show, The Keynote. For those of you that are watching this as a replay, we definitely encourage you that if you see hashtag The Keynote or The Keynote TV, take a look at that information. Take a look at that video clip or that trailer, because you will be blown away to see reality TV probably the way it was initially designed, something real, not putting on airs. We all had a great time learning and participating in that reality show. We got a couple of seasons in the can, and we'll be coming to a screen, to a box near you. That's your cell, your tablet, your laptop, or your desktop very, very soon. And if you've got probably Chrome TV or what is that Fire thing, Amazon Fire, you can probably see it on your television. So that's the Keynote. But yeah, absolutely. So
the Keynote's going to be awesome, Sir Charles. I can't wait till it's on air. Yeah, you and I were there for at least the first season, and I know that what we went through was awesome, but I can't wait to see it actually and learn the lessons that we actually went through. Yeah, I think seeing it on video is going to be reinforced like unbelievable. Yeah, lots of great information there that I'm really looking forward to seeing again. I know you are too, and Mel and Jerome, everybody is.
I get a lot of questions. Hey, whatever happened to that reality show? Hey, when is it coming out? So it's coming soon, folks. This quarter, it should be at a box near you. Any closing comments or remarks?
So, Charles, I was just thinking about the way you described even the Keynote, the possibilities of it being out within the next few months and how it's going to be distributed. All those new forums, and then you're talking about Amazon Fire, you're talking about the Chrome piece and all of that. It's just mind-boggling how things continue to change and evolve.
Yes.
And that needs to be a sign for us. our messages don't need to change. I mean, the content of what it is, there's nothing, from my perspective at least, nothing new under the sun. That's just Bible. We're not doing anything new. We're really not saying anything new. No need for anything new. We just need the same truth, but distributed perhaps in a different way so that it's more viable for the people coming today to pick it up. And that's what this thing is about. The fact that you can put this together, because I've not put together a BLAB as of yet, but I see that using this technology, it could be useful in ministry. It could be useful in many things. So major dittos to you for putting it together, even with one wheel, man. Thank you.
Yeah, my man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anyone else? Jerome, you have any closing comments?
I don't have any closing comments.
Hey, Diane.
I did want to throw a question out there, though.
Yeah, feel free.
To the gentleman, you all have written books, and I'm just, I guess I'm just being transparent. There are during your book writing process, I'm sure maybe some of the viewers, they may be in the process of writing a book too. Maybe we'll help somebody out there. But during the book writing process, what is your mindset? Not so much the content. What type of mindset do you need to have to remain consistent until completion? Because as anything, nothing is worth starting unless you're going to finish. Mm-hmm. So what is some of the what type of mindset do you need to have as far as book writing to finish until completion? Because a lot of folks start, book writing and they slow down, or they just give up, or throw in a towel. So what are some of the things that you would offer to encourage, or advice you offer to help those viewers who are out there right now, including myself, to
quick questions for you, Jerome. What area what did you focus on when you were in the military?
What was my job? Is that what you're asking me? My job was in the field of human resources. So I did human resources.
Okay, now what about when you were going through basics? Was there any part of basic training that you liked, or that you really got into it?
Basic training. I really enjoyed the physical fitness aspect of it. Pushing my body to do things I didn't think was possible. Like the idea, although it was tough, I knew that I was getting stronger. I was getting fit, and I love challenging myself physically to do things.
The reason I asked you that is because I found, for me, when you're excited about something, an area, a profession, an industry, an opportunity, when you catch on fire about that thing, there's usually no turning you off. So as you have begun speaking, you've been on the keynote, you've participated on webinars, you've been on BLABs, your wife is producing product, you've produced product. There's something in your wheelhouse that excites you. Mm-hmm. Whatever that thing is, I would think that should be what you're writing about. Because
absolutely.
It won't be turned. You won't turn off. You won't get bored with it, or I'll do it later. You'll be into it. Every day you'll want to do more and more and more. Now I'll turn it over to someone else.
Well, one of the things I love to do, I just really love to simplify the process for people. From many of the people that I'm following, from my own personal experience, I think we overcomplicate writing a book. Brother Jerome, from what I've seen of you, I've not met you in person, but I've been in your circle long enough to know that, man, you got the goods, you have the expertise, you have the experience, you have something to say, your message is valuable, it's there. Man, take 3 days max, lock it down, don't do anything else. And when you come out, your book is born. Don't overcomplicate it.
And by saying that, I don't think he's saying that you're going to be completely done. He means that you'll have your outline, you'll have some meat here and there, and you'll have the makings of what you really want to sink your teeth in and keep your teeth in. Am I right, Pastor Mel?
Well, I believe that in some cases, not all, because it really depends on what your expertise is in. There are some things that are more technical than others, of course, so I don't want to underestimate that. But for a lot of the things that this circle is involved with, from life empowerment from a perspective of ministry and holistic healing and all that type of thing.
Yes.
That type of writing, I mean, you're not making stuff up as you're going along. You're speaking from your own experience. You're speaking from what's already inspired you. The content is there. It's in your pores. You wake up thinking about it. You go to sleep thinking about it. It's there. All you got to do is push it out. Mm-hmm. And 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, if you focus, it's done.
Right.
Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be perfect. It's going to require editing, but you know that it will be done. So I say don't overcomplicate it.
You heard what he said, right? When you focus. I'm sorry I had to go there.
You might have to shut some other stuff down.
About 75% there. Like I said, I've started writing, and I'm about 75, 80% complete. I got the content, I got the message. I'm talking about
format.
I could go through my transition, but mine specifically is talking about transition from average mindset to living out your full potential, and that's really I guess the focus of the book. Leaving that average mindset, and some of that can come from just years of just limiting beliefs on yourself, and really breaking out of that, and really tapping into and living out your potential to see to live your life by design, and not just not by default, just allowing life to happen, just living out what you were designed to do.
Would format be something a big benefit for you, Jerome?
What's that?
Would format be a big benefit for you?
Format?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have the as far as format, we all know,
like a template on bang bang, like do this, bang 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 bang. That's something you need.
What our mentor Della Torre shared with us. I do have that outline, but are you talking about something else in specific, or?
I mean, I'm in agreement with Pastor Mel. I think a lot of times people think, write a book, oh my God, right? However, okay, if you already know your subject, that's great. That's one of the biggest hurdles. But sometimes people can't see literally how to put it together. And because it's like, what do I write first? So, that can make a person kind of shut down because I don't know. How do I do this? What about the credits? What about the acknowledgments? Any dedications? Oh, the table of contents. Forgot about that. How do I do my chapters? I don't know if that's something that you have a need for, or if that's not it.
Absolutely. Take any information, during the book writing process. I'm not turning anything down. I'm trying to get this thing done. So. Any advice or information that you can provide, I would definitely appreciate it.
All right, no doubt. Barrett's saying, get it done, man. He said, you cannot swim if you don't put both feet in. Once you do, your instincts will take over. You don't have to get it right. You have to get it done.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely, Barrett. We're going to turn this part off, and then we're going to just do the after party, which is just a few minutes of wrapping up. People don't have to hear everything we're talking about. But for those of you that are interested in following us, you can find all of us on social media. Facebook. We put out different affirmations and conversations about different things that we're doing or things we have done, including the reality show, the keynote, as well as other individual endeavors from Barrett Matthews and Ryan Green, Regina Clay, and so many other colleagues of ours. And for me, Sir Charles Cary, everything is / Sir Charles Cary. LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, etc., etc. And thanks for viewing the show.